Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about the top three overpriced luxuries. And we might catch some heat for this episode, but we're going in anyways. Welcome back, Challenges Build Champions. Here, we're helping ambitious people like yourself build more freedom with their time, health, and money. Those are really the only three currencies we have: money, time, and health. How are you going to spend them? How are you going to use them is a massively important topic. Now, the top three overpriced luxuries. We're going to get right into it. I know this is going to ruffle some feathers. Maybe like and subscribe right now in case I offend you later and then you won't subscribe if it goes poorly on this episode. But I only do it because I want to help. I want to help you become more free and have less stress around money and feel incredible in your body, whether you're 20, 50, or 80, and be able to spend time how you want. Be able to go see your friend. Be able to play golf on a Tuesday at 10 a.m. if you want. Be able to go to the grocery store Thursday morning at 9 a.m. versus when it's packed on Sunday every time. Freedom of money, health, and time. That's what I'm here for. Let's dive in. Top three overpriced luxuries. All right. Sorry, ladies. We're going right in out of the gate. Designer handbags are wild. Designer handbags, number one overpriced luxury. Margins on these are absolutely insane. We were at this event, my wife and I, last year, and there was the an interview with two women, and they had two separate bags, handbags, and one was luxury and was $6,000. And I mean, every guy in the place, I think, fell off their chair. I'm like, oh my God, $6,000 for a bag? Oh my goodness. And then there was another woman that her bag was 25 bucks, I think, was what it was. And first off, nobody knew that, like, how they looked was very similar. And the markup and the insanity. And then they went through and saw the two women and saw how they were doing financially. The one that bought the $25 handbag was doing astronomically better than the woman with the $6,000 handbag because she was mainly buying things that plummeted in value. She had a very expensive car, a lot of expensive jewelry, this expensive handbag, and the other woman focused on growing assets that paid her and that would go up in value and not buying things that would plummet in value. I'm not saying everyone's like that has a designer handbag. However, designer handbag at the average cost, depending on where you look, 5, 6,000 bucks, and a similar looking bag for 50 or 100 bucks seems like potentially a wiser move. Now, if you're worth 10 million plus, it probably doesn't matter. If you're worth less than a million, it probably matters much more significantly. That's the number one overpriced luxury, designer handbags. Number two, and now I can go at the men, maybe some women too, but more likely I think this is a male thing. Luxury watches, men. Luxury watches. Nobody cares if your watch is 10 bucks or $10,000. I'm 95% sure that nobody gives a crap. Not at all. Now, I understand some watches, they're collectibles, they go up in value, they're quote unquote investments, maybe. That's debatable. But I will share with you a buddy of mine who he likes watches and he has some expensive watches. And I just asked him, how do you know, like, he's in a position where he can afford a few more of these things just with his worth is multimillionaire. And he said to me, and just something to think about. He said, Matt, if somebody wants a decent watch, make sure it's never, ever, ever remotely close to 1% of their net worth. So if your net worth, meaning everything that you own, whether it's home, retirement accounts, savings account, bank account, minus everything you owe, mortgage, credit card balance, student loan, etc. That is your net worth. If it's more than 1% of that, basically, if you have a $100,000 net worth, that's $1,000 of a watch. Is like he's like, I would never have watches that cost more than 1% of everything that I'm worth. And he's nowhere near that. But that was just something that it was interesting. I never heard anybody like have an allocation to that. And he brought that up. Whatever it's worth, he said, to be honest, Matt, these it's just something fun. I've been blessed with this abundance of money, and it's not going to make a big deal because the way that his assets grow, he'll never be able to, a few watches isn't going to destroy him. But that's the number two thing, luxury watches. Number three, and this goes for all all people, all humans. This can be a massively overpriced luxury, which is high fashion clothing. The fashion industry is, I don't know how many billions and billions of dollars, maybe trillions, who knows. And I'm never suggesting to not look good. Of course, especially in certain jobs and businesses, it helps to have a presence about you, whether it's you're wearing a suit or a nice dress or whatever it is. It's helpful to look the part. I understand that. I also push back at, does that mean you need a $700 shirt? I don't think so. Because there have been, I have seen this countless times, and I've talked to mainly men about this, but you see two different men wearing a suit. And we did this. I remember doing this like many years ago. And we tried to guess as to which suit was more expensive. None of us had any clue. Because you can put together a nice suit for a few $100 instead of 4 grand. And you can look very, very great in certain suits or certain outfits that are not insanely expensive and that can last you a very long time. Those are from research, from talking to people, from learning, from podcasts. Three that continuously came up over and over again in conversations and through research. Overpriced luxuries. Number one, designer handbags. Number two, luxury watches. And number three, high fashion clothing. Oh my goodness, can't we just live a simple and relaxed life? I just want to help. I hope this gives you something. We're having a little fun with this episode, but I hope it helps you a little bit, maybe reframe some of the purchases or future purchases in order to make better decisions for your freedom, short and long term. Remember to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you along this journey. We put out new content every single week. We're putting something out. Come along the ride with us. Challenges Build Champions podcast signing off. See you next week.